We are so glad you are here today to work on your parenting skills. We know it's difficult to carve time out of your day, and we applaud you for making your children a priority. So let's look at some myths around our value today, integrity. Myth number 1, integrity only involves lying. Many people assume that is what integrity is all about. And the 9th commandment is all about not lying and is a very important part of being a person of integrity. But the truth is, pun totally intended, that integrity covers many areas of our life. It is an all-encompassing word that defines who you truly are as a person. Besides truth-telling, integrity includes honesty, commitment, and responsibility. It is about credibility, loyalty, and work ethic. All of these virtues, when we live them out, demonstrate to others that we have a strong moral uprightness. We have seen numerous people throughout history who we would say were people of integrity. Abraham Lincoln, Mother Teresa, Thomas Edison, Martin Luther King Jr., Madame Curie are just a few names that come to my mind. And then I'm sure you have names of people in your own life who have exemplified a life of integrity. Maybe a parent or a grandparent, an aunt or an uncle. Maybe a mentor or a pastor or a teacher who has been in your life. Being a person of integrity is one of the highest demonstrations of living like Jesus. They are going to be the ones who stand out and make a lasting difference in the lives of others.
Myth number 2. Integrity is only important in the big things. Now, we might not verbally state this, but so many times we live it this way. And we all must acknowledge that our actions reveal our values. Oftentimes we have stated values or perceived values, but we are talking today about training our children with actual values that we live out in our daily, everyday life. We would never think of hurting or harming someone. We wouldn't think of robbing a bank or lying on the witness stand. But how many of us would cheat on our own taxes or encourage our children to cover for us? Like if somebody came to the door and we didn't want to talk to them, what would we do if we didn't want to see them? Would we tell our kids, hey, go tell them I'm not home, while we hide somewhere in the back bedroom closet, making sure that they don't find out that we're there? What are we doing to our children? What does this do to our integrity in the eyes of our children? What about gossiping? When our children hear us gossip, it only creates a culture in our home that is okay to fudge on the small things, and it really doesn't matter or doesn't count. But again, we ask, what are we modeling? What are we instilling in our very own children? If we start to lie or cheat a little, we lose that integrity. The small things matter, and our values or lack of them reveal our character. Someone once said, character isn't determined in the midst of a crisis, it is revealed. Character is determined and established each and every day in each and every decision. It may sound corny, but it's so true. A person of integrity isn't that person just some of the time. We can all act with integrity some of the time. But a person truly of integrity lives it out daily. And when we mess up, we confess it and attempt to do better. None of us are perfect, but we can decide what kind of person we will be and how to demonstrate, train, and teach our children in this incredibly powerful value of integrity. I love this quote by General Norman Schwarzkopf. In fact, I believe it's in our book. Leadership is a potent combination of strategy and character. But if you must be without one, be without strategy.
Myth number 3, integrity is the same as reputation. In his book, The 12 Essentials of Godly Success, Tommy Nelson says, reputation is who people think you are, but integrity is who you really are. Our reputation comes from outside of us. It is based on how people view what we are doing and saying in a public setting. But integrity comes from within. In essence, integrity defines our soul. It is who we are at the very fiber of our being. Living lives of integrity can only enhance our reputation with others. And how I live with integrity is how my Heavenly Father wants me to live. What would you do in a situation when you knew you would never be caught? This is the difference between reputation and integrity. When no one is around, what do you allow yourself to think, act, watch, listen, or play? When making a commitment, do you live up to that commitment? Or are you okay to dismiss it and not honor what you said? When you agree and shake someone's hand for a deal, do you find loopholes to favor yourself or honor the agreement, even if it doesn't go in your favor? The actions of a person of integrity will be the same when others are watching as when they are alone, and will be a life that is lived honorably. Because really, we are to be living for an audience of one, our Heavenly Father. And He truly wants us to live a life of integrity.
Let me tell you a story. Ruben Gonzalez was a professional racquetball player. An article I read in Sports Illustrated from several years ago tells about his match against the then #1 player in the world and perennial champion. His name was Marty Hogan. But in the championship match, it was knotted at 2 games apiece, and it was the close of the 5th and deciding game. Gonzalez made a play after an extended volley that was pure magic. It was a kill shot in the corner. The official called the shot good, and Gonzalez gained control of the serve, and the momentum had changed. It had swung in his favor. What happened next stunned many. Gonzalez stopped and announced that the shot actually hit the floor just before the wall. It just skimmed. He called it on himself and lost the game and, of course, the match. When asked, Ruben stated that winning a championship was not worth losing his integrity. He walked away with integrity intact and moved forward with life. By the way, he gained a tremendous, incredible amount of respect from others, but that was not why he did it. Ruben Gonzalez stated that he valued and lived out a life of integrity, even when simply playing a game. In our book, Faith Legacy, we shine a light on King David as a man of integrity. I love this. Psalm 78:72 says about David's life after he had lived it, and David shepherded them with integrity. Did you catch that? Integrity of heart, and with skillful hands he led them. Let me ask us a question. Will we as parents model and shepherd our own children with integrity? The gift we give our children is a mirror. And this is the question. How's the mirror looking? If you and God can look at the mirror at the end of the day and are pleased with what you see, then we are convinced that's integrity.